screen, and look at the move. He's making down to the inside.
Moves to the front from 5th all the way to the lead in lap 1.
Walsh takes win number 2.
Peter Walsh.
Ladies, pull up a chair, pour whatever the hell you're drinking, and lock and load in, baby. Because this weekend, we're not just heading into race number 7 of the year. We're stepping onto a battlefield soaked in history, pressure, and unpredictability. This is the San Marino Grand Prix, and let me tell you, this could be the race that changes a lot. Forget the glitz of Monaco. Forget the hotels and balconies of Abu Dhabi. This is Imola. The Autodromo Enzo di Ferrari. This place breeds Formula 1 history, lads, and not the sanitized pure rubbish we get served today. I'm talking raw, I'm talking aggressive, unforgiving Formula 1, man. The kind of breaks cars and builds legends. We've got Oscar Piastri on an absolute tear. 4 wins out of 6. Calm, composed, clinical. He's not just fast, he's effing cold fast, man. Make no mistake, this title isn't wrapped, not even close, because behind him, lurking in the shadows, that man who refuses to die, is Max Verstappen in the Red Bull. And I think he's not going to go quietly into the night. If you think that you've lost the plot. This weekend is built for a fight. Tight corners, brutal transitions, and this is where the real test of your car transition is lurking, man. And pressure more than anyone's felt this year. Let's get into it. Now let's get one thing straight. This isn't the Piastri show, lads. Not yet. Okay, we'll do a full breakdown now in the next few days, alright? We're going to do a full breakdown of the track and why speed and the transition of the car is so unbelievably important around this track. But we'll talk about it now, but the preview to Formula 1 for Imola, we're going to do on Friday. But anyway, today, guys, people are starting to talk like this is a done deal, Oscar Piastri. I mean, 4 wins doesn't mean dominance. It means a target on your back. That's what Oscar's got right now. He's the quiet assassin. The grid knows he's real. They know the hype is valid. And with that comes expectation. And with expectation does come pressure. Then there's Max. Don't let the recent finishes fool you, lads. He's still lethal, but he's also showing cracks. Mental ones, tactical ones. We saw that in Miami. And if you think I'm wrong or whatever, you think I'm mental, check out my preview and reaction of Miami a few weeks ago, lads. We saw it in Australia. The man's getting a little rattled. When he's up front, clean air, everything's gravy. But when he's chasing, when someone's out qualifying him, he starts swinging elbows, which you should, but then he starts to get dirty. And at Imola, where mistakes can cost you more than just a few seconds, the kind of desperation that he's been showing, it can end your race. Or, unfortunately, it could end someone else's. And to that weather forecast, oh dear Lord, rain, guys, it's almost a tradition here. Wet qualifying, slippery starts, unforgiving runoff, curbs, excuse me guys, curbs that could absolutely break your car into. I mean, really, it can crack the frame. Unbelievable. And, you know, strategy can turn inside out. This is where heroes rise and frauds can be exposed. Now, let's talk about the track. Again, like I'm saying, lads, a lot more in-depth on Friday, but Imola is not a forgiving circuit. This is one of your big runoff zones, or isn't one of your big runoff zones, guys, sorry, where drivers can play with the limits and get away with it. No. This is old school. You mess up, you're in the gravel, and your day is done. The lap opens with Tamburello, high speed, deep braking, left-right chicanes, fast rhythm, then it's into Villeneuve, aggressive. If your front end isn't responsive here, you're already a half a second down. It's relentless. Then there's Acqua Minerale, this bastard of a corner that drops away from you mid-entry. If your rear snaps loose here, good luck keeping it on the black stuff, lads. And what makes Imola special and brutal is the transitions. Left, right, fast changes of direction. Your car has to rotate on a dime and be planted the entire time. You've got to be so committed, lads. And if you've got understeer, oh man, you are cooked. You are done. It's over. And if you've got snap oversteer, you're in the wall. And this is why Suzuka suits Verstappen so well. The flow, the load shifts, the car placement, and Imola has shades of this, you see. It's a lot slower of a track per se than Suzuka, but it's got the same characteristics. It's not identical, but the DNA is similar. That's why the Red Bull will be watching, or that's why we will be watching Red Bull this weekend like hawks. They know if they can get the balance right, Max is back in the game. And McLaren, they've come a long way, man. Piastri setup is composed, not just quick, almost predictable, and he can hustle the car through change of direction corners without stepping over it. That gives him trust. That gives him consistency. And on a weekend like this could be deadly. Now, let's go deeper a little bit. Oscar Piastri, 4 wins. Let's look at how he's done it. Not by luck, not by chaos, but by precision. And he's the kind of driver who makes the fast look easy, which is the scariest kind. He doesn't overdrive. He doesn't panic. Doesn't give the team drama on the radio every 5 minutes. He just extracts the maximum and then walks away like nothing happened. And this is what champions are made of, lads. And the paddock knows it. You know, you hear the whispers. This guy could be the real deal here, lads, you know. Even Christian Horner was regretting that he actually did not sign up Oscar Piastri. For the love of God, look, there you go. Just shows you politics at the end of it, you know. And this weekend, if he wins again, is it all over? I wouldn't say it is. But, you know, if Verstappen's on form, it won't be whispers if he's up against Piastri and they have a great battle. People will be going, oh dear Lord, this real guy, Piastri, we got to get him in our team. That's what they're going to be thinking. Then we've got Lando Norris. Still hungry, of course. Still not fully in the fight, but he's not out of the game either. But he's close. He's very close. If the track rubberizes and the grip comes in, he could be right there, man. He could take the win. His car loves these medium speed corners. And with no rain, Lando could be the dark horse here. Now, I know that sounds a huge, like, what? He's a dark horse? He's won a race already, man. I get it. But he's kind of just sort of making the numbers up for the podium. Do you get what I mean? That's the kind of feel of this. But again, I hope I'm wrong for Lando Norris fans. Ferrari, they're back home. But, you know, it's not good for Ferrari at the moment. They're suffering, man. They're struggling. The pressure crushes them here. If they're not on form, if they're on form, bang, they will excel. But if they feel pressure and they're not doing well, they kind of do crack a little bit, you know. Every year, if it's dry, they'll be competitive in qualifying if they can get their car to a certain area. But in the race, strategy errors, pit stop mistakes, you know, it's the same old. And I'd love to say that they're in this, but right now, it's McLaren versus Red Bull. And speaking of Red Bull, Verstappen needs this. He does. The team need it. He needs to remind himself and everybody else that he's still the man. This weekend it's on it. The pressure's on it for him. The car, if it's dialed in, it will be surgical here. If he nails qualifying, clean track, no traffic, no games, it could be lights out for everybody at lights out. But when it gets juicy is when it starts raining. And it could wipe the board, lads. The whole deck could shuffle and Verstappen's aggression becomes a liability. You can't bully the wet like you do the dry around this place. The line changes, the braking points move, and if Oscar stays calm, which I think he will, while Max tries to manhandle the car, he wins. Piastri wins. So we're looking at a potential storm here, lads. Literally and figuratively here. I mean, the championship narrative could swing here. It really could. It's all. This is nothing. This is all that's in it, lads. Because we're not even halfway through the season, and we're deep enough to know where the momentum matters. If Piastri wins again, that's 5 out of 7. That's not a streak. That is dominance. And once you're in that zone, confidence skyrockets. Now, you got to be careful that victory doesn't defeat you, and you stop questioning yourself. You stop overdriving. You enter flow state. But you can also enter the lazy state. And if Verstappen wins, if he wins convincingly as well, it puts the pressure right back on Oscar, man. And it resets the tone. It reminds everyone that the champ is still in the game, and he's not handling this title over without a street fight. And this is the perfect storm of conditions. A technical track, unpredictable weather, a championship leader under serious scrutiny, a former champion cornered and dangerous. We could see wheel to wheel, we could see crashes, we could see heartbreak, but we're guaranteed to see a lot of the truths of, especially of where their cars are at. Because Imola, it doesn't lie, lads. It doesn't protect reputations. It exposes them. So, the San Marino Grand Prix, it ain't just another race. It's a pressure cooker, lads. It's a proving ground, a legacy builder. We're heading into that weekend that won't crown a new king, but it could potentially really set one man stands out from everybody else. Piastri, Norris, Verstappen. 3 gladiators. Rain, speed, strategy. 3 variables. 1 circuit steeped in history, ready for another battle. And lock in, watch every lap, feel every breaking point, every DRS, every drag, every corner exit, because this weekend there will be blood. And maybe, just maybe, a world championship turning point. Guys, we will be back on Friday to really get stuck into the nitty gritty of this weekend, and we're going to do a track preview. But oh dear Lord, I hope you are enjoying F1 this year like I am, because we could be rocketing into a world full of drama.
Walsh running the Irish green, and look at the move he's making down to the inside.
Moves to the front from 5th all the way to the lead in lap 1.
Walsh takes win number 2.
Peter. Walsh.